Hi, I'm David Hutchens, and this is the 2 Minute Storytelling Leader. When telling stories, I see a lot of leaders struggle with scale. For example, I was working with a leader recently, and her story went something like this. She said to me, my team was originally tasked with reorganizing our region, and that was challenging, but then the whole organization went through a realignment, and we learned a lot there. But our accountabilities changed, and two of our most valuable team members left, and that's when the president of the South American division called me and asked if I would take the lead, and so I became the spokesperson for Project Alpha. It, and she continued like that for a few minutes, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I am so lost." And maybe you felt that way too. And I told her, whoa, your story is epic. It's a big story. And there were really 5 stories in there. And I kept wanting you to come down from that high level and zoom in on just one of them. And I find that leaders do tend to struggle with this. And maybe it's because leaders think in terms of complexity and big picture. And it really takes a bit of courage to zoom in on a single event or moment or conversation. And maybe you think those moments are, too small to be important. But your audience needs that specific sense of time and location and people and action. And if we were screenwriters, we would describe these as individual, self-contained scenes. And the more specific you make them, the more engaging it becomes. So to break out of the epic framework and bring it down to a specific moment, I tell people to use a location phrase. For example, I was in our Denver office and I was meeting with the team. Or use a time phrase. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to our customer. So do you see how that immediately feels different? So think scenes, not epics, and use a phrase that is a location marker or a time marker. And when you set up your story that way, you'll find that it practically tells itself. So go give it a try. This is the 2 Minute Storytelling Leader. Until next time, I hope you'll go live a great story.